That was a pretty dramatic tie that felt like a win. Can you take me through again what you saw on that final play?
Well, obviously, the last couple of games, Michelle's been going up. You know, late in the games, we've been chasing games at home. The Houston game, I think she went up last maybe 2 corner kicks, or at least the last one. So it's something that we do, obviously, regularly. And not that we practice it. It's not that we ever put Michelle up in practice, but I mean, she's a committed player. So when you put a committed player in the box, anything can happen. And you know, she looked at me, and she just kept running and running. I go, go, go. We're just trying to get her in the box as fast as possible. And the first corner kick came in right into a dangerous area, and she was actually in the area in the 6th, and then they cleared it for another corner kick. And then, I mean, it's just fate, I guess, or whatever, but in 30 years of coaching, I've never seen anything like it. Youth, college, boys, girls, women, men, professionally. It's the first time I've ever been at a game, and it happened with a dive, especially the header too. I can't honestly say we work on diving headers with goalkeepers too often, but the fact that it was such a brilliant header, on top of the fact that she got on the end of the header, great corner kick from Ali, to a good pace on it, and I think just her face was a study. You know, I think that they showed a picture, a video from behind the goal, and her face was just, eyes are open, like disbelief. And I think she was, after that, when she knew it was a goal, I think she was more worried about getting back to goal. She was worried about it was going to take her 2 or 3 minutes to get back, you know. In fact, I know she's trying to put a call into Uber to pick her up and take her back, but I don't think that happened. But I think just the fact that she's so committed to the group, so for it to happen to someone like her is unbelievable. And I think it's one of those moments, every fan, I mean, there's a lot of people stayed around, they didn't leave too early, and we didn't play that great, and they stayed around, they cheered us on, and to get something like that at the end, it felt like a win for us, and maybe the lift that we needed. You know, we were struggling in front of net, and to get a goal like that, I think maybe will change our season and maybe put us on the right path.
So it might be we won't know until you play again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the momentum. I mean, the attitude in practice is always great, and you know, they've come in and worked their tails off again since the game. But I think there's just such a buzz around camp because of the goal, and obviously watching the World Cup games too. All the girls doing well at the World Cup. I think it's just a combination of everything, and knowing that the players will be back this weekend. You know, England play Canada, so we're getting somebody back, and maybe we won't need Michelle in the box for all our corner kicks down the road. But it's always fun when something like that happens, and to see somebody succeed. And you know, I go home at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I got TV on, and she's on ESPN just behind A-Rod, which is not so bad after all, is it? So it's great for her, it's great for the team too, and it's great for the sport. I mean, when you got 2.2 million or something hits on the video, and the fact that worldwide I've had so many emails from people who, you know, from past experiences they've had, and just saying, oh my God, what a goal by your goalkeeper. And a few of them actually, I don't know if it was tongue-in-cheek, but you do actually work on that in practice, but I hope it was tongue-in-cheek. We definitely don't work on that.
Well, now you've had time to review it. Are you at all concerned about the red card to McCall?
Yeah, I mean, it was a poor decision, I think, on McCall's behalf. And you know, I didn't see it in the game. Obviously, I didn't see it live, and yeah, it was a poor decision. I think McCall has seen that now and understands that, and you know, you just move on. And you know, she's been great in practice. I think she's moved on, and you know, we'll take whatever we get, and that's the reality of it, and it is what it is, and we have to move on. But you know, for us, it was a bad time of the game to lose a player. Now that's more important to me. Had she stayed on the field, would we have won the game? Would we have got the 3 points? And we'll never know that in hindsight, obviously. But it would have been nice to keep 11 on the field. It would have made our life probably a tad bit easier in terms of the last 15-20 minutes. So that, from that perspective, from the coaching end of it, you just wonder, you know, if you lack discipline in a group, then things like that happen. And I wouldn't say this group lacks discipline at all, you know. And it's very unlike character of McCall. She's just not that type of player at all, you know. So we live and learn, and we move on, and you know, hopefully it'll be the end of it, and you know, she'll do well down the road for us when she comes back.
You may not tell me this, but did you have to do any separate disciplinary action, or?
No, we haven't. We're still waiting on the league for any disciplinary action, so we're just waiting for the league's decision, and then we'll take it from there.